All right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. We're getting really close to that 12-12 portal, right? But this is going to be for the 10th. I don't know why I was just suddenly thinking, even though this is for December the 12th, I'm immediately thinking, excuse me, this is for December the 10th, but I'm thinking about the 12th. I don't know why my brain is jumping ahead like that. We have the Four of Wands. So maybe we have the energy. I mean, it's funny because this would be such beautiful mirrored energy, kind of like the 12-12 portal would be. Sorry, this is for the 10th, and I keep talking about 2 days on beyond that, but maybe that's going to be like things are getting revved up on the 10th. Maybe it's time for preparation. Maybe it's time to put the pillars in place. This can be marriage. This can be a really aligned life. This can be someone who is about to have things click into place for them, for themselves. They're about to have some of their wishes come true. Now, we also do see that this is the perfect alignment of these obelisks to either bring energy from the external, from the atmosphere, from the universe, from the galaxy into the earth, or vice versa, to project earth energy up and outward like a beacon, like transmitting something. So we could look at it in either direction, but it's sending the same frequency or receiving the same frequency that will be in like perfect I'm hearing like the harmony of Boys to Men right now in my head. I'm picturing this like musical harmony that's just perfect, or the band Lucius. It just yeah, I'm picturing like this beautiful perfect sound. Okay, we have the Two of Cups, so this might be talking about a time for soulmates, Two of Cups, really important energetic connections to actually reach out to each other and have a union. This is either setting the stage for it, or it's two people's cups are getting filled. I'm now picturing somebody, like either playing the cups or dinging on different cups of different levels of fluid filled in them to create like a musical instrument. And now I'm hearing xylophones and marimbas in my head. So we have lots of musical sounds going on in my head right now. This is beautiful. There is, even in this tablecloth that's all lacy and cut out, it's a little bit reminiscent of like snowflakes to me. We have a Nine of Swords as well. But this Nine of Swords doesn't really look fearful. It looks like there's a lot of motion, there's a lot of wind pushing these wind turbines to create energy. Just like this is all about energy, but it's about grounding it. This is like then scattering it. So we bring energy in, we get it balanced. We have these two different souls, two different perfectly vibrating, perfectly matched characters, and they maybe need to project their thoughts to each other or reach out to each other. They could be nervous, but they're ready for union. They could be nervous about, both people are thinking that they want to connect. Both people think I want to reach out to them. The other person's saying I want to reach out to them, but the actual reaching out is kind of scary. I could see that in this storyline. We have the Hanged Man. Oh boy, we're ready. But now there's this funny little delayed moment of, universe, I know that the time is here. I know that everything is aligned. I know that we could finally communicate. I know that. But now there's this little pause. It's kind of like before, I've never jumped out of a plane, so I don't really know about this, but I would just imagine that when you get to the door of the plane and you're there to do a skydive jump, and you reach altitude and you stand there, and maybe for just a second you go, oh, and you look out, you look down across the ground, way, way, way far down, and you go, am I really doing this? Am I really jumping? This is, that moment before the jump is what it feels like. But that makes sense because, as I said, I instantly was thinking about the 12-12 portal when I started this, not knowing that we would have so much alignment all over the place. And I said, well, maybe on the 10th, we've got characters that are prepping for something for the 12th. That would make sense. If they're getting ready on the 10th, if things are coming into harmony, and then there's that moment of pause until maybe the 12th, until it's really go time. And even here, oh yeah, we have the Judgment card. But I was going to say, even here, you notice that we have kind of like looking out of a portal and seeing the Milky Way galaxy. It's like, okay, universe, everything's in place. All systems go. I'm just waiting on your command. When do I do this? When do we bridge the gap? When do these two communicate? They're in perfect alignment for this union reunion. Obviously is more of a reunion energy on this one, but there's this little delay, maybe because both of them are up at the peak of the mountains, right? We have mountains on either side, and we have little like buildings up at the top of either one of those peaks, and both of them have to like, kind of meet in the middle. They both have to like ride down the mountain peak and meet there in the middle. And if they're ready to go ahead and do that, this could be amazing. But they both have to pause before they jump out of the airplane, right? And they both have to say, am I ready for this? Temperance, everything is about, they both have to be in the same alignment. They both have to be ready for that. They both have to, because they're going to interweave their energies. They're going to, even here we have the twisted tree of life. We have this like the effervescence of whatever delicious, bubbling sauce is being created. This is like Gaia, Mother Earth, the goddess of creation. The angel of temperance is here saying, if both of them are ready to connect, if both of them want to kind of merge, now is the time. But they have to be 100% equally as vulnerable, maybe equally as certain, and equally as willing. Wow, we have a Three of Swords. If they're going to both be in a place where they would be able to concede that maybe both people have had heartbreak out of this situation previously, maybe they would have to be able to believe that the other one has gone through difficulties because of the status of this connection as well. And maybe both of them would have to be in a place where they could not only like forgive, but accept, and in this case, start fresh. We have the Princess of Discs. They have to start the dialogue, the conversation somewhere. And really, if there was hurt and pain between them, they both have to acknowledge that first and foremost. If they're going to plant seeds, it is to say, we have to chop down the old tree that we cracked. It's like we fought and we had a lightning strike that wrecked our previous tree of life and the way it could have grown. We're not going to regrow that old tree. That previous relationship that you and I had, we wrecked it, right? This tree is literally cracked in half. That's a dead tree. They can't rebuild the past. They have to start brand new. And the only way they start brand new is if they both want this brand new. That makes a lot more sense to me. There's no semblance of their past relationship. We have Six of Wands, the fact that these two would want to start from the very beginning with that Princess of Pentacles, like almost to the point of, hi, I'm so-and-so. What's your name? Like they might literally have to start that fresh, that new, getting to know each other for the first time, as if it's the first time. But they might both feel like, oh my God, this is amazing. I mean, there's a lot of thoughts surrounding this. There's a lot of, obviously we see this factory here, but it's a Six of Wands. It's like, okay, this would be a big process. We could get to know each other. We could, build just the way you would manufacture anything. You have to start somewhere, and you start, think of like a multi-layer anything. I'm thinking right now of like a stereo and all the different components that have to go into, making a stereo that can like play discs and cassette tapes. I know people don't have those anymore. Blu-rays, and just have a port for Wi-Fi, all those things. Imagine, all the components that have to go into making one stereo that we expect to have all those different functions. Well, you might have a plant that creates each step of the way a different part of the assembly process. That's the same thing for this relationship to work. They have to assemble it one piece at a time together, and it has to start from the ground up. They can't use all the broken, faulty parts from the past and think they can refurbish this connection. It has to be brand new, and it has to be developed with care each and every step, and they can't have any faulty components as they start to build this. We have the Chariot. Wow. We have a Six of Cups. We have a Prince of Cups. I think that these two have to not only establish like friendship, but I think the most important thing, because this is love, yes, but it's more than that. They have to first be able to converse about the importance of this connection. They have to first understand the alignment here. There is something very magical about this duo. There is something where I'll say that their existence or their souls are interwoven in a very mysterious fashion. They are connected to the movement of the planets. They are supposed to be aligned at this point in time. We see the Stonehenge here. There's like some beautiful mystery to all this. We see that we've got these, diagrams coming from like the gut instinct and reaching out to the solar system and all the planetary alignments. We see these two, even in the face of having had, I'm going to say these are past life relationships, that they have had opportunities in each lifetime to come together, and maybe every time it was getting cracked and broken like these pieces of pottery, there was always something that would tear these two apart, and now it's come around again in this lifetime where they could be successful this time. In fact, they could break a karmic pattern. They are supposed to build something good together, but maybe they only ever get a little bit of time together in each lifetime before the stuff gets cracked again. But this time they can change the outcome. This time they need to change the outcome. This time they need to get the lesson out of this, even if it is just to not hurt each other anymore. Maybe these two won't be good together as romantic partners, or maybe this is the first time they can be good together as romantic partners. It could go either route. It could be that finally we can lay this thing to rest. We're not meant to be together, but it's okay. I'm glad I met you anyway. You helped me evolve. Or it's the exact reverse, and they are supposed to be with this person, vice versa, for love and romance, and they can finally move into a future together. Let me get one more. We've got the Knight of Swords, and it is sideways. Both of them know that this is important. Neither one of them wants to rush it this time, and neither one of them knows exactly what has brought them together, but they know it's something bigger than themselves. They know that this union, the reason they met, the way they feel about each other, all of this is very sacred, very divine. But what does it all mean? They do love each other. They need to be in harmony with each other as well, because this matters. But what they will become to each other, I don't know. Maybe they're going to be the world's greatest power couple. Maybe they're going to be the souls that, just help each other to really evolve. Maybe this is just a past life, friendship. We have the Seven of Swords, which is not about lies in this deck. It's not got a bad energy to it in this deck. It's actually, we have hieroglyphs. It's decoding the secret messages that are there in plain sight. That's exactly, these two have not known what it was, and they never put in the effort to not start arguing. Or let me change the way I said that. They never got to the point where they could refrain from, kind of like getting into conflict with each other to understand or solve the bigger mystery of, who are you to me? Why have I met you? What is it that impacts me so much about you? What is this? I think they both got freaked out and pushed away because the mystery was too big, but so too was the intensity of the energy. They need to decode this. And I think that's the whole component of this. There is something very important between these two. There is a very important reason that they met. Princess of Wands. And it's something about, across the universe. And yes, I'm thinking of that song in particular, the version of it with Rufus Wainwright and Julian Lennon. this is going to be delightful if they can start to figure this out. I don't know what it is, but they are passionate. They could enhance each other's creativity, and they are a beautiful, like, bullseye match in the universe. I don't know. These two have quite the journey ahead for them. But it's very beautiful. I can't wait to see what the storyline is for the 12th. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for giving me a thumbs up and subscribing. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. By the way, I am trying to remember to tag all the different products and things because people always ask me where I find stuff, and I found some really cute stuff lately. Sorry, but happy Sag season. Has nutrition facts for Sagittarius on the back, which means just the components of what makes Sag who they are. But I just thought these are so cute. Such a great way to celebrate the different seasons for the zodiac. So anyway, guys, I tried to remember to tag stuff for you because people always ask me where I find stuff. I'm trying to share with you some of that. So I hope it's helpful. But take care and thank you guys. All right. Cheers.